Desher from Aro-Tarot, and honestly, I didn't think I'd make a video for this. Still not sure if I'm even gonna put it up, but I thought even just kind of doing this would be kind of like fun and nice, and yeah. So anyway, this is a VR to Tom Benjamin's tarot decks that make me happy, and I pulled out. I was gonna do like maybe like 10, but I couldn't, like, I didn't want to knock any of them out, so it ended up being like 11. And of course, this is just me also trying to make it not be like a bunch. Anyway, because I was sort of like, out. I was like looking at my list on my computer, which I always, literally, I just use my deck collection part of my Tumblr page to like keep track of all my decks, because it's just so much easier that way. And I was like, that one and that one, you know, and then I ended up finally getting it down to 11. So yeah, video's probably going to be one of the ones where I have to start and stop and piece it together, because I'm too impatient to let the camera charge for like a few hours. And either way, it lets me eventually get all these decks off my desks. So yeah, anyway, I decided to, whether I put it up or not, like just do this, and talk about it, even if it's just literally to a camera, because like last few weeks I've been really sad. Like even just Sunday, I was supposed to go to like a play, and I just was so upset. I just like laid in my bed and cried, and it was just not good. And this week's supposed to be a good week. Like, honestly, it just makes me think back to the first time I tried going to college, and I had tried on campus, and I was just really upset and sad that week. Like, my birthday, like, did not feel as good as what it should have been. It just, because that was just a really bad, well, actually, it wasn't even a week. I think it was, like, 2 or 3 days, like, before my birthday that, like, it just was, like, So the birthday was okay, but, like, I always feel like the days leading up to your birthday should be, like, awesome, you know? And, like, right now I'm in the days leading up to my birthday, because my birthday is Saturday. So, like, I'm supposed to be, like, woo, birthday. But then, you know, like, when you're alone and not, like, zoning out to, like, a video game, and you're just sitting there thinking, you just, and you know, it's not happy and good. And I just have been having a hard time with, like, schoolwork, specifically just the one class. And, like, it's a matter of, like, just do as much work as you can, so you can at least get, like, a 60% and pass the class, which I didn't actually know that 60% lets you pass the class. I would have thought it would have been 70, but apparently 60 lets you pass. And even with that, it's just, I got, like, so confused, and then, like, my procrastinating, like, just made things worse, and then, like, it just got really bad, and just really upset, and, like, at least finally, like, we're asking for help when it comes to literally the whole ADHD stuff. Like, at least that's made some progress. Just waiting to hear back, because my Nana, she's a teacher. She substitutes now. She's been teaching for, like, I don't know, over 50 years. Which makes her sound, like, really old, but it's just because she's been teaching, like, since she was young. But yeah, so we're just waiting back because she had texted, I think, the one nurse or something, or someone at the school, with, like, the special needs kids and stuff, just to see how we could handle all this, since it hasn't been handled since, like, elementary school. So yeah, at least that's getting some progress. But besides that, like, it's very hard for me to it's hard for me to ask questions and ask for help. It just makes it worse. Like, if I'm doing bad, like, I just feel like I'm the worst person ever. I'm an idiot and a failure, and there's no point in doing anything. Should I even try? Like, it just gets really bad, and it hits me, like, really hard. Especially since, like, just in school, I was always, like, one of the kids that always got the best grades, and just, like, goody two-shoe, like, great. Not popular, at least. I wasn't a popular kid. I was unpopular. Compared to all the other smart kids, they were all popular, but me, I was more of, like, the weirdo, but, yeah, it just gets to me really easily, and I was getting, like, anxiety attacks a few times because of schoolwork, so now I feel sad, so obviously I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking about decks. Like, literally, you just start sitting and you start thinking about how terrible your life is. So, but yeah, it's just, for me, it is schoolwork. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm pulling out the first one, which is like my first deck, and just the one that obviously makes me the most happy. And it's, you know, my Justice League Tarot, which, you know, I always gotta mention. I always gotta mention the Justice League Tarot, because this is, like, my favorite deck. Like, this is the deck that got me into tarot. Like, I literally was, like, gonna do, like, maybe, like, runes or something first. And I don't really even use runes. I have them, but I don't really use them. And it's because tarot is my thing, and, like, I just keep looking at the cards myself. And just, it got me into tarot, you know? And that and a reading I got where, like, William was like, Des, no, you need to go tarot. Like, that's your thing. And I was like, okay. But then I saw the Justice League Tarot, and I'm like, wait, no, I have to know. Actually, I just was looking through cards, so I didn't even pull it out or anything. Like, I have to know. Let me look at all these cards. I need to know what all the heroes look like. Is my favorite hero in it? Is my husband, as I call him, in this deck? Because if it is, then I need this deck. And of course, he's the Knight of Cups, which is why the Knight of Cups is my favorite card. And just, you know, it's just when you look at your favorite comic book hero, and also looking at how happy and cool he is right now, unlike the comic switch right now, like, which I'm annoyed about, like, you know? I always keep, like, my comics over there because I'm too lazy to put them with my other ones right now. But yeah, just this deck, like, it's so easy for me to read. It gets me, I get it. It's just, it's the deck for me, you know? I love. And I'm putting it back in its Justice League bag that I made. It's just, it's a really tight fit because I accidentally didn't cut it big enough because I hadn't made decks in a while. I don't know why I'm singing. I'm not really even singing. I'm just talking to a tune. And now I just gotta tie the bag. I feel out of it now. But yeah, this is my favorite deck. You know, it's always gonna be my favorite. There actually is a new deck that I got, and I, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I feel like this could be like another soul deck, you know? And it might end up developing into one, but, like, even if I had more than one soul deck, like, this will still just be my favorite because it's got this special place in my heart, you know? It's my favorite, and I call him Grayson, and I love him. I guess I'll go ahead and grab this one first. This one next, I mean. This one, and I have two versions of this. I have this version, I have the mini version. The mini version actually sits in my altar on top of my, the ashes of my last pet, Skrit, who is a rat. And the mini deck I actually nicknamed Skrit, so I kind of, like, just keep it over there with him in the altar and stuff. And then this is the bigger version, which is poker size, and it's the Tarat. So, like, Avi, like, I'd name it Skrit and just be like, this is your deck, Skrit, you know, because it's the Tarat. And this deck, like, well, it's not just cute, like, it's cute, but it also kind of makes me think of Skrit, you know, Avi. He was such a good rat. I didn't even have him for a year, and he died because of he fell in his cage and hit his head, so. My poor baby Skrit. But, you know, I could at least think of, like, the good times. He liked sitting on my shoulder, which was really cool. And yeah, so this deck, it's a favorite because of that, but it's also like a favorite that makes me happy because like this was last October. I was doing the month of spreads, which I'm actually doing, which, yeah, I think it was last October. I think I've ended in October. I've been Tarot Pros, you know. Did the month of spreads last year and brought it back actually this year, and I was like really happy and excited for it. But I did it last year, and the Tarot was the deck I think I used the most. I used it for at least over a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, out of probably more like a week and a half, out of like the challenge, which is like daily spreads and stuff, and obviously month of spreads. And this deck actually is what got me to like really read more like sorry, someone's putting up something on the market board, and it's something that I want, but I also don't want to spend all my money on in the game. So it's like, cute thing? No, Des, hold back on the cute thing. You have a cute thing right there. But yeah, this deck really helped me when it came to reading more into the, like, on the images. Because the deck has some Rider-Waite-Smith stuff to it, but it's not really a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Some of the cards are just, like, completely different. And I just, as I was reading it, I just really went on the images. So this deck also, like, makes me happy because it's, like, it was, like, a step into, like, learning to read even better and just even more of my style. And really, like, this is what kind of started how I read, at least for myself. Like, if anyone was to look, like, on my Tumblr, I'm doing, like, 3 tags right now. 3 challenges. Although the one I'm not doing some of the days if I don't feel like it. But yeah, just when I read for myself, it's very much just intuitive. Like, it's just the cards just straight up speak to me. Like, I just know what they're saying. It doesn't necessarily even have to have anything to do with the card. It might, like, meanings, the traditional ones. It might have to do with, like, the images. And it's just very much just that's how I read for myself now. And this deck was kind of like what kickstarted that, you know? So this deck, of course, is going to make me happy because of that, too. So it's like, oh no, like, my deck, you know, that makes me all, like, happy. And I was going to literally piece all this together, and I don't even feel like it. I'll just let the camera die. And then I'll, like, take a break. I can at least put these over there. Okay, so which one's next? I'll just go, what's next on top? This one's I put the Dreaming Way in here, because this one, it makes me happy, because when I look at it now, it makes me think of my my grandparents, the Crick House, and I don't entirely, like, I had it over there, and, like, I always show them, oh, I didn't show them my new deck. I always show them, the decks that I get, though, and I showed them this one, and I think I might have even been trying to explain, like, just playing, like, Taroki, I assume that's how you would pronounce it, and stuff, which, I don't know, I might have been explaining that to them, but yeah, just, I don't know, like, ever since that day, this deck very much makes me think of, like, going over there and hanging out, and, you know, like, with my grandparents and stuff, Nina and Papa. And, yeah, it also makes me think of, like, when I was a kid and I'd go over there, you know, since divorced parents, they've like, always been divorced. So, like, yeah, I've always gone over there because of that, you know, just hanging out with them once a week, every other weekend. I think usually summers were 3 days here, 3 days there, which, like, it's literally not that far away. But yeah, it kind of makes me think of, like, like all the days I go over and hang out and stuff now too. So this one, it just makes me think of the cliques now. So of course, Avi, that's gonna make me happy. So another deck with an association that makes me happy. And I noticed, like, when I was trying to think of what decks are the ones that, like, really make me happy, they're not, like, the cute ones. It's not because, like, they're cute and the way that they read, you know? I feel like most of them are just because I associate them with something now. Yeah. So, okay, this one has actually 2 decks in the back, so I guess I could show off both. Literally, like, why does this one make me happy? Boom. See, these are autographs. I had the bag signed. Because this one, for a while, it actually made me kind of unhappy because, like, the artwork's kind of shit. Because I did the artwork, right? And I didn't really, like, do it in, like I didn't give myself a lot of time. You know, I think I figured it out and then, like, drew and, like, colored it in, like, 3 months. Most of it, like, procrastinating, though, because I can't help myself. But, yeah, like, so it's not the best, and I kind of want to, maybe once literally have, like, 4 other decks that I want to make. So I'm thinking maybe after a few of those are done, I'm going to go back and I will redraw all these so they're not, like, just cute little doodles. And then the coloring was all colored pencils, so, like, the coloring is not the best. I mean, it's good coloring. My brother's good at coloring. The ones that he did, like, I made him do all the wands with the, like, the fireworky kind of colors and stuff because there's no way I could have done that. Oh, here's the first card. Like, I knew, like, the card that I really wanted to be for the Lovers card, I really wanted the song Vegas. So I was like, what would Vegas look like? What if all 4 of them are just getting married in, like, a Vegas church with, like, an Elvis impersonator? Is, like, the one doing, like, the wedding, and it's just perf. I love it. But yeah, like, now it makes me happy because that night was so amazing because I made it and I had a time to make it. Oh, here's me. Because I needed it by the time that I went because I had, like, meet and greet signing and monitor party, and that was the first time I did monitor party. I've done it, like, twice now, and, like, it was so fun, especially since my friend was there too. We did it together, and it was just literally, like, best night of my life. So, like, I made this deck to give to them on the best night of my life. Also, I had my copy with me, too, so, yes. And then, I might as well go ahead and pull this one out. This one I actually did an unboxing of when I got it. I was like, oh my god, it's my deck I made! But you can see the colors look a lot different. That's because I did them with Photoshop. And these ones, I tried to actually keep the style similar, so I tried to make the images very fast. I didn't take, like, a bunch of time on them because I wanted them to kind of match. But this is the deck that I made for the show this year, and I gave to them. And Modern Party wasn't as fun as last year, but, like, again, like, it was just me. So that makes sense. And this card, I actually drew that one in high school, and then I took it and colored it. But yeah, that one's the Oracle deck, and for some reason I had stuck the, they give you a set list when you do monitor parties, so I have a copy of the set list from the show, this year's show right here. And then I believe, did I put it over with Apollo? I believe, yeah, that one should be over there. The one from last year that I had so much fun on, that's on Apollo's side of the altar, because, yes. I also have, like, the ticket from, I think that's this year's ticket, though. No, I think it's last year's, actually. It was last year's ticket. I have that over there with them, too. But yeah, this deck obviously just makes me think of literally the best night of my life. So, of course, it's gonna make me happy. Like, again, it's an association. Okay, so this one, my camera's going on longer than I thought. It looks like it's gonna die soon, though. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this right now, take a little bit to myself, play like a dungeon or something, and then I will continue on, so you guys won't be waiting like the time that I'm going to film, but like how Dad literally always talking. But anyway, wait. Yes, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, decks that make me happy this deck. No, it's a kitty, not a dad. She's in a needy mood. If you can't hear her purr, probably can. She's so loud. Well, you're not gonna get on my desk, but I can put you down. Oh, you're so needy right now. She's like, you gonna pet me? Anyway, I thought I'd show her off because she like ambushed me when I was out of the room. So she's cute. She's cute. She's our little. That's just my book bag. I'm just moving my book bag. She's like, oh my god, it's a book bag. What is that? It's a book bag, Mittens. She's always jumping in my room because she never comes in here. Are you leaving because of the book bag? She's leaving because of the book bag. Anyway, oh, now I have cat hair all over my hands. Okay, so, yeah, so this next deck, which, I'm going to go ahead and turn my game off real quick, since I'm going to hang out with my brother after this. Okay, so the next deck, this one makes me happy, partly because of my brother anyway. So this is actually 2 decks. I've mostly really only used the Tarot, but this is the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle set. And this deck makes me happy because of how it reads, and then also because, like, this just makes me think of having fun sibling bonding times with my brother, and us, like, doing, like, some tarot spreads, and, like, beating together and stuff. It's just, yes. And then reading-wise, and the reason why my brother likes this one, and reading with this one is because it, like, it like, has a mind of its own when it comes to, like, spreads. It's like, no. Like, you're like, oh, this is a fun spread, let's do this. And I'll be like, okay, the thing you have to know is this. And we're like, okay, cool. Like, oh, here's another spread about something completely different questions. And the deck's like, didn't I just tell you need to listen to this? And it's like, okay, we're gonna do that later, like, you know, like, and it's like, no, you need to know now. And it's so much fun, like, it doesn't care about calling you out. It's just, I just love it. And, like, decks like that, like, honestly being called out, like, literally last time we were doing spreads, my brother was like, I don't want to, yeah, I'm in the mood to do some spreads and have some, and you know, just have some fun, but I'm not in the mood for any, like, good spreads. I'm in the mood for ones that'll call me out. But he was like, I want ones, like, not really serious, but, you know, and I'm like, you want spreads that'll call you out? And Andy's like, yes. So I didn't bring this deck out because I'm mostly using the one other one, and we only did, like, 2 spreads anyway, but, like, this is the deck to use. Like, it's just so much fun, and that's why it makes me happy. It's fun, and just, it's, yes. So that's that one, and I'm not in the mood to just tie the ties, so I'm, like, just wrapping them around, because that holds it anyway. Holds it enough. Okay, so next one. Okay, so this one, okay, out of the decks, this is, like, the cute one. And this one, I put it in because it just was making me happy recently. And it's kind of funny. So Avi, I watched Kelly Bear do her VR, and I was like, that was actually Sunday too. When I was feeling terrible, I was watching it later, and I was like, yeah, you know, I was just like, let me pull up my deck that I'm trimming, and I'll trim it, and then, like, just a few decks in, she's like, and then the Happy Tarot, and I'm like, ah, look, I'm literally trimming it right now. Oh, I just flipped to, like, my favorite, like, tarot card in general. But yes, it's the Happy Tarot, which I was actually in the middle of trimming. So it just, watching her video and, like, just trimming my deck got my mind off of, like, me thinking I'm a failure. It just got my mind off things, and I started feeling good, and I was just like, she'd be like, oh, look at this hermit card. And I pull out the hermit, I'll be like, the hermit card, look how cute it is. Like, it's so cute. Like, guys, look at the screen. Look here. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. You know, and actually my brother's girlfriend had just come over, so they were, like, all talking, not even paying attention to me. But I'd be like, guys, look. And they're, like, still talking, and I'm like, well, I'm looking. You know, like, it's just, it's so cute. But, like, yeah, this deck's so cute. And then, like, I've not really done readings with this deck until recently, because when I first got the deck, I edged it in this brown, and oh, the brown looks so good on the edge, but because of how the edges were, it made, like, when you would do, like, this, you know, like, this way, it just made it look so dirty, and it bothered me to the point that I wasn't really using the deck, so I decided to trim it. And then I did, and I was like, this is so freaking cute. I don't know if I'm going to edge it now that it's trimmed. Maybe if I find, like, a cute purple. And I'm willing to, like, buy a marker just for this one. But maybe if I find, like, a cute purple or I don't know, or something, then I'll, like, edge it. But, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, and there was just that edge, you know, and then I finally decided to read with it, for a few of the days for the tag, which, like, I'm, like, 2 days behind on right now, for them. But I was, like, reading, and I did the one, it was, that one was for, Tarot Proses. What day was that? Oh, it was for day 14. Wow, I have to put 15 up still, too. I did day 15, I just haven't put it up yet. But, like, literally, like, the reading was so cute. I loved it. So, like, you know, I keep mentioning, like, the tag, so, like, I don't know, I guess I'll put a link of Ivan's, in the description. I'll put a link to, like, Kelly Bear's video in the description, because I'm mentioning them. But for this one, for day 14, it's for creative blocks. And so, like, these are just I'm just going to say the questions and, like, what my response were in these cards. Because, like, it was so cute. Because, like, there are a handful of decks of mine that speak in a very specific voice. So when I write them out, because it's a reading for myself, I write them in the voice that they're speaking in. So, like, the first question for the spread, the first position is, what is the main block, obstacle, disconnect of my creativity? And I drew the Magician. And the Magician was just saying, too much creativity, too much. Always wanting to create new things. Making things is your problem. And so, like, 2 was, what part of my current creative process is helping me? And I drew the Wheel of Fortune, so it was like, the creative thoughts are always flowing because you don't know what you'll end up thinking about. 3 was, what part of my current creative process is hindering me? And it was the 5 of Wands. I'm looking at the picture. And it was, write me, I should be the next story to be written. No, I was here first. Like, literally, like, for what does my creative self need most right now? And it was the Hierophant, and it's like, oh, great tarot deck. What guidance do you have for me right now? I see that you need guidance. Wow. 5 and 6 is, how can I effectively work through this creative block? And I drew the Star and the Ace of Wands, and it was, pour it all out, doesn't matter what it is, right. But, like, literally, that's the voice that, like, I heard when I was doing that reading with these cards. And it was the same when I was doing it, like, for day 15, too. Like, it's just so cute. I love it when decks read like that. It just makes me so happy when they read like that. So, yeah, like, this, I had to include this one in it. I had to. I know, I'm trying to think which other ones specifically have. The Yonasa Yaus has a specific voice that I like to write in when I'm doing readings for myself and I'm writing them out. It has a very similar voice with the Earthly Spirits. Basically, they sound very poetic, kind of. Ophidia Rosa also does as well. I know the Future Vision Gem Tarot, I think, was, like, the first one that, like, literally, like, that one was, like, full-on voice right off the bat. Can't think of any other ones that, like, I specifically have to write a certain way, but, like, those are just the ones that off my top of my head. Like, that just, like, they read it a very, like, you have to write it like this, and it's like, okay, man. If I read for others, I don't think, I wouldn't do it in that voice, but, like, I would know it's in that voice while doing it, because that's the voice that I'm hearing. I am actually bothering to tie this one for some reason. Okay. Which, can I say, look at this cute bag. I just made this, like, yesterday when my sewing machine's been broken for, like, a while now, so I've just been going over to the Click House. Oh, like, literally going over to visit my Nana. And, of course, I went over yesterday because we had a sewing meeting, so then I just went there afterwards, and I made 3 of them with the fat quarters I used for this one. And then I made, like, 2 tarot cloths and 2 bags that were a bit bigger. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. And, like, this is fabric from Walmart. And, like, the fat quarters lately have been, like, really good at Walmart. And, like, Joanne needs to get their shit together. Their fabric's fine. It's just the fat quarters, like, the material isn't as good. It's just thin and just always crooked. Like, literally, the last 2 cloths I made, like, the pattern's crooked. Like, we were just trying to get it to at least be straight. You know, just have the fabric itself be a straight piece, you know, like, have the cloth be straight. And then the patterns ended up crooked, like, afterwards. And it's like, I did not want to, like, really, really work, like, to actually get it right. It's usually tarot cloths, if I'm making them from fat quarters, like, it's just sewing them together. The bags is pretty much, like, 1 cut per bag. Very easy stuff, you know? Like, but no. It was like, nah. I know, like, these ones, like, these 2 came out, like, so cute, and the fabric's, like, pretty decent, you know? And, like, you open it up, and you get the anchors, and then this one you open up, you get the polka dots. And they're just so cute, and the patterns were, like, it was cut, like, pretty good. Pretty good. But it's like, Walmart, like, was not expecting. It's not expecting. Besides, like, I guess the one over by the, I literally can't think right now. Nana Clark, my other Nana, she said, that the one in, I can't even think right now. Anyway, the one over by where the Amish live, in that area, that Walmart has a bunch of fabric to choose from, and she's like, I mean, like, Avi, because that's where the Amish live, that they're buying the fabric at Walmart, so Walmart's gonna be like, we need fabric, because there's some Amish people here, you know, they gotta buy the fabric so they can make outfits and stuff, you know, and that's like, Gigi, man, like, we gotta go check out that Walmart, like, one of these days, one of these days. Okay, literally, I just happened to, like, flip to the card that, like, was the reason I got this deck in the first place, but for the next one, it's not really the deck itself that makes me happy, but it's certain cards of the deck that make me really happy. I just happened to flip to the tower while I was just kind of a quick section. Middle field. Thanks, Andy. I can't think. Andy's in the living room. He can hear me. It's middle field. That's where the Amish live. I'm kind of tired. But yeah, anyway, this card was the one that that made me want to get the deck. Just seeing it in the Dragon Age Inquisition video game, I was like, I want the deck. You know, and then I got the deck, so yes. So some cards in this deck just make me happy, like, here's Varric with Bianca, which is the crossbow, and, like, I love Varric, like, so I'm like, Varric, you know, like, Varric's amazing. Or, like, if I'm flipping, here's another one of Varric, you know, he's the son, too. Literally, where's all my friends? Let me see the friends. They're gonna be all on the other side. Like, here's Josephine. She is so pretty, too. Like, Josephine's freaking gorgeous. She's one of my favorite romances. Like, I love the romance, and then also, she's just freaking, she's adorable, and just freaking so pretty. Like, I love you, Josephine. I know, where's some... Oh, here's Cullen. So, like, obviously seeing Cullen makes me happy because he's, like, my favorite romance in the game. Like, I just really like his character, like, a lot. He's one of my favorite characters. Or, like, whenever I see the cards with, like, this card makes me sad, though, because this is Cole if you choose for him to be more spirit-like, and it's like, no, 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 no. How could you do that to that cute puppy? You know, like... Like, whenever I look at him, I'm like, that's a puppy. Like, that is a child. Like, we need to be nice to him. Like, he's not even human, but, like, we're good, like, he basically human now. Like, he's cute. We need to take care of him. I love Cole. Like, here's the Cole starting cards. Like, just seeing cards like that, I'll be like, oh my god, like, Cole, I love you. Or, like, here's one of the ones of Dorian. Like, Dorian, I love him, too. He's, like, another favorite character. Sarah and Cassandra. There we go. That's a better Cole one. Because that's the one if you choose to make him more human. Which, like, I obviously prefer just... Like, I don't even care if my character would, like, not want to be around spirits and stuff. Like, I'm recruiting Cole no matter what. And where'd I put the bag? And I am just... He's gonna be in my party. And... Maybe not all the time, but he is going to be in the Inquisition, and it's going to be great. There's the bag. I think I left off where I was rambling about Cole. Yeah, camera ended up dying, and then I went in, and while I was waiting for it to charge, I just watched Netflix with my brother, and then, like, watched quite a few episodes. And then yesterday, which was Thursday, I went over to the Clicks for early birthday celebration, and Soul Calibur 6 came out, so that's what I've been doing today. So it's like Friday night. If I don't put this up like Friday night, then I'll put it up, I guess, tomorrow on my birthday. So yeah, I don't know what. It depends on if I'm tired or not. So either this is getting put up on the 20th, which is my birthday, or the day before, which is the 19th, which is now. Although probably by the time it get put up, it would technically be the 20th my time anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I still got a few more decks. There's this one. This is the 2001 edition of the Mythic Tarot. It's a recent one that I've added, and I added it so I had, like, a deck that was, like, I wanted, like, a deck to use to talk to, like, Athena, Themis, and Apollo. You know, I didn't want to, like, hey, Apollo. I didn't want to, like, have to, like, pick out a different deck every single time. And while I use this deck for other things, it's, like, it's got a purpose, too. So it's, like, to talk to them, you know, like, because, you know, that's how I talk to them. I pull cards, so that's why I got this. And it's been making me, I've been using this one a lot, for, like, boys. I've been using this one a lot, because of the tags. And this deck, well, it makes me happy because, like, first off, like, I got it. And it wasn't, like, too much either. And I didn't have to, like, I think I was literally the only person that bid on it. So there was no bid wars or anything. And just, yeah, it makes me happy that I have it and, like, a deck that I could use with the, for communicating, like, so I don't have to keep pulling out decks. And then also, like, this deck's been, like, really, I would say it's a very nice deck. Kind of a bit too nice at times, and also reinforcing, though, too, which I really like it when decks do that, you know, that makes me happy. When, like, literally, the one tag I haven't been doing as much lately because I don't care for some of the questions. But, like, literally, I'm not going to bother trying to pull it out. I kept drawing the Queen of Wands, though, and, like, the deck was like, be creative, be creative, be creative. like, do your stuff, but also, like, don't put yourself down, Des. And it's like, got the best of both worlds. You know, and you got a nice supportive deck, but one that also kind of, like, that's why I love the Cosmos so much, and it makes me, like, happy, is because, like, you know, it just tells me, like, yo, you need to do this. And, like, I don't know why, I just really like it when decks do that, honestly. And this deck has kind of done that. I think that, oh, literally, there she is. I think there was a few other cards that I pulled a few times, but, like, the Queen, and then I know one I drew the King, which, like, just felt like I had gotten the Queen again, honestly, with how the position was in the spread. But, like, yeah, so there's that one. Untying the bag. I'm kind of tired. I did not get a full night's sleep. I stayed up till like 6 a.m. Playing Soul Calibur 6 because I started playing it when it came out at midnight. And then I ended up getting out of bed at like 1:30 p.m. so I did not get 8 hours of sleep, which always makes me tired. So I've just been kind of tired sitting on the couch, except for when the remote needed charge. Then that was the floor. Just playing Soul Calibur 6, so I'm like kind of tired. For this next deck, it's the Numinous Tarot, which this one is a bit new. It's not like too new. Like, I have an unboxing of it, so like you could literally see when I got it. I think it was beginning of September, but yeah, like, this deck makes me happy. Just because of, like, how the deck's kind of, just how the deck is, you know, like, it's just really, really gender neutral. Like, the cards aren't supposed to be, oh, well, this is a girl and this is a guy. Like, you know, you can see yourself in, like, any of the cards, you know. And it's also not supposed to be like a whole, this is masculine, this is feminine, which I always hate it when things do that so much. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the Lovers. Like, I love this Lovers card so much. Like, I love Lovers cards that aren't like the Lovers, you know? Like, I don't read it like that anyway. I read it more so as, like, choice and partnership. But I don't want a card that's all, like, romancy or, like, sexual or anything, because, like, very much not me. Like, kind of like A in both the departments, so I don't really like seeing cards that specifically are like that. It could be kind of romantic, I don't care, as long as I could still see, like, choice in the matter, but I would definitely prefer if there was no romance or anything in it, because, like, I would rather, like, even, like, with Two of Cups even as well, like, I would rather the cards, if they're gonna mean anything with love and relationships, I'd rather just be love and relationships, not, like, a specific type of love and relationships, because there's many more different kinds of love, and not everyone even feels romantic attraction anyway. So, yeah, which, like, I know, like, the author, the creator of this deck would definitely get. Like, I was just, like, reading the book, and I was like, wait, like, they're like me. So, like, obviously, like, that also kind of is, like, the whole, like, it's nice having a deck like this, you know? So, just because of, like, how the deck is, that makes me happy. Are you trying to knock the house over? No, they're done now. Okay, so I got 2 more decks left. This one I added because I don't use it as much anymore. Just because I usually am kind of all, I just got this new deck, so I need to read a bunch of this one, you know? And I haven't been reading as much, like, this month I've been reading more, obviously, because I'm doing, like, 3 challenges, which I really need to catch up on with after I film this. But, like, I hadn't been reading as much, so obviously, like, only the new decks were kind of getting used. And this one is I don't know, it might be like my 5th or 6th deck I ever got. Maybe 6th, 7th. And it's for the Prismavisions, which I have the 4th and 2nd edition. This is the 2nd one. This is my Benny Boo. That's what I like to nickname him. I nickname all my decks, and this one, his nickname's Benjamin, and I call him Ben or Benny Boo for short. Like, when it's like, oh, could you get the Prismavision out so we can read with that one? My brother says. And then I'll just go with, okay, let me go grab Benny Boo. Benny Boo, like, here you go, like, you know, like. But yeah, this deck makes me happy. The artwork's just freaking gorgeous. I'm looking at him and not even showing him. I mean, who doesn't know what the Prismavision is, though, either? Like, it's just, the artwork's beautiful, but also, like, this is a deck that, like, whenever I read with it, it very much feels like a really good friend. I would say the reading is close. It's similar to how I read with, well, I guess kind of like the voice it has is similar to, like, the Justice League Tarot for me, but it's not the Justice League Tarot, but it still has, like, this kind of, like, best friend kind of vibe, and just, it's a best friend, you know, like, that's how he is. He's just a really nice best friend, and I don't know, like, that's why he's always made me happy in readings, because he very much has that whole best friend energy going on. What are you even doing? What are you doing? Alistair's, like, popcorning, which is, you know, like, when they do their whole little jump up things, and, like, Eric's like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, squeaking, like, oh my god, and Alistair's, like, just, oh, that was funny. I just, like, look over, and there's Alistair just, like, straight up, like, popcorning, and Eric's, like, in the corner, like, what the fuck's happening? Anyway, here's the last deck. This one is a new deck. I've been using it, like, a week before I'm supposed to get it. I'm actually supposed to get it tomorrow for my birthday, but Mom did not care, as she's like, you can use it now, I don't care, like, just make sure that you've got it in the box when I need to wrap it, so when we give it to you. And this deck was, originally I was supposed to get it for Christmas, but as soon as I opened the box, because it was from eBay, so I opened the box, make sure it's okay, and as soon as I saw those cards, I was like, I have to have it now. I can't wait. That I'm literally getting less presents, and I don't care. I couldn't wait. So this deck, it will actually be, obviously I already know what I'm getting for my birthday, but I figured I'd kind of have a video just showing off what I'm getting for my birthday. And this deck will get showed in it. But, yeah, so this is the Vertigo Tarot. The original 1995 edition, not the 20th anniversary one, which I heard the cardstock was terrible on that. No, this is the original one. This is one literally as old as me. This deck's 23 years old, and that's what I'm turning. And just, yeah, like, this deck, like, most of my readings for this challenge, like, since I got this deck, like, even yesterday I was catching up on the tags, and I was like, okay, should I use a different deck now? No, I'll just put an Oracle deck with this one. Like, I gotta still use this one. Like, I really like reading with this one, and, like, I'm also just, it makes me happy because I'm happy to have it. Like, the Dragon Age Inquisition, like, that one I didn't think I'd really get, and I got it, and just having it makes me happy, because I have it. With the Vertigo, I very much did not actually think I'd end up getting it, since I'm not really one to just, like, I probably would never, like, save up for, like, a rare out-of-print deck. I would probably just say, oh, can I get this for Christmas? Or, like, use Christmas birthday money in order to get it. I'm usually more of a kind of person that would just, I don't know, like, for the price, like, because this was like $113, I could have gotten, like, two, two indie decks, you know, like, for that price, like, with the shipping in it. So usually, like, if I really want a deck, but there's, like, a few other decks I really want, usually I'll put the few others if they're less, ahead, just because that's the kind of person I am when it comes to buying things. So I didn't really think I'd necessarily get this deck, and I have it, and, like, just looking through it, like, I think the other reason it makes me happy is because I felt very much a connection, like, as soon as I looked at the cards and I was holding them and stuff, to the point that I literally was like, I can't wait 2 extra months. I need it now. And, yeah, like, I don't know, like, just looking through it and stuff, I feel like, just like how I am with thinking of soulmates with people, I think that obviously everyone can have multiple soul decks when it comes to, you know, decks too. So obviously I knew that the Justice League always is, like, my favorite, though, will always hold a special place in my heart, soul deck, but I always assumed that I'd probably end up finding maybe, like, another soul deck or something, or a few, like, ones that I would consider the connection to be close enough to call it that, and I feel like this is, like, this one is the second one. Like, I kind of get that with the Mythic, but I think the Mythic I need to, like, read the book a bit more and work with it a bit more. Because while I feel it, like, deck-wise, I don't necessarily, like, it's kind of, like, half there, half not there. But with this one, it's, like, full there. I even read the book in, like, one sitting. And just, yeah, like, this, I'm really happy to have this one. And I really like the readings it gives, so, like, this one at the moment's making me happy. So, yeah, anyway, that's all the decks. God, this video is gonna be so freaking long, especially since I just couldn't decide on, like, you couldn't even decide on 10 decks, you had to go with 11. And originally, I was just going to pick out decks and not even decide on a number. It's just when I realized how many decks there were, I was like, oh, maybe I should just try to, like, make it more down to 10, because otherwise it might be a bit too much. Might be a bit too long, but it's already too long. Yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm hoping this isn't too long. It's probably long, especially since I know I was rambling at a few points. From what I can remember, I don't have a very good memory, so I don't remember. I remember I rambled about Cole. Did I ramble about Joanne Fabric at one point? I think I did. Literally 2 days ago, Des can't remember what she was talking about. No, but, anyway, yeah, that's it. Those are 11 decks, that make me happy. And I'm obviously, like, looking forward to getting more. I mean, I'm already at the 58 tarot deck, 3 of them being mini decks, so 55 different decks, if you want to be more different artwork-wise, and 15 oracle decks, and I'm looking forward to getting more. Probably would have gotten more for my birthday with birthday money, but Soul Calibur. That was, like, all the birthday money from, like, my grandparents. Because I had to get the deluxe. Yeah, luckily the next deck I want to get's only, like, $18. So I could get that with birthday money. But, yeah, anyway, that's it, so, yeah. Anyway, I'm Des from Aro-Tarot, and I'm logging off now. Finally.